And my eyes were closed, and I remember thinking, that's easy, I know that one. And the other person gave the wrong information about the wrong person. Oh, he's the one who did such and such, which was wrong. And I was thinking, oh, I don't want to hear anything wrong before a test. I'm just trying to keep the right information in my head. The second time this happened was about a week later, and this was even worse. I sat behind two people, different class, and they were talking to each other. And one person said something like this, who was Mary Roberts again? And I remember thinking, who? Who are you talking about? And the other person said, oh, she was the one who did this, and then after that she did this, and explained this long thing. And I opened my eyes and I said, excuse me. And they turned around and I said, who is that? We never learned anybody like that. They said, oh yeah, I was right there in chapter 2. The heart attack begins. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I didn't study that name at all. What other names didn't I study? And now I'm starting to panic. And here comes the teacher saying, you ready? And I'm thinking, no, I thought I was a couple minutes ago. Well, that's a horrible way to get started on a test, to be doubting yourself. So all of this is designed to have you be relaxed and in a good frame of mind when the test starts. Okay, one last thing about getting to a test late. When a student comes late to one of my tests, oftentimes, maybe let's say they're 5 minutes late, which doesn't sound like much. What they end up doing is this. Everybody's sitting there quietly taking the test, and they walk in like this. And I just look at them and I think, oh man, you are headed for disaster. When you are rushing, your heart pounds, your breathing goes faster and all that, the same things that happen when you're nervous. So if you're nervous and you're running late, forget it. And so you want to be there, and when the test is given to you, again, be in really good, focused frame of mind. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to get an A on every test you take, but if you don't do these things, you have a tendency to get off to a bad start. And when you get off to a bad start, it usually gets worse and worse after that. Okay, so these are 3 strategies. I'm going to give you 3 more next week when we're talking about more test-taking skills. Anybody have any question about this before we move ahead? Yes?
I took my algebra test, because right now I'm in Math 1A15, and I panicked at. I was trying to figure out the problems, how to do it.
Right.
And I thought it was going to come to me. It didn't come to me.
One of the things that I hate to do is sort of to put you off on this. One of the subjects that's covered in next week's workshop is sort of how to get your brain working again if you start to blank out or get nervous, because that happens all the time. And it's no big deal if it happens. You just need to have a plan for how to get it going again. And that's one of the things I'm going to explain next week, so you have to wait a week. But that happens all the time. So any other questions? Okay. That's good. That's good. We're going to talk about 2 test question types for the rest of the workshop today. The first one is true-false. And so I'm going to put you to work on something in a minute, but I wanted to introduce true-false this way. When I ask students this question, I usually get a weird look from them, but I say, out of all the different types of test questions, what's your favorite type? And most people say none. Right? But when they say a particular type, almost everybody, amazing numbers, say, oh, true, false. And I say, that's your favorite one? Why? And here's what they do. Their thumb comes out, I don't know what that is, and they say 50-50. That's their answer. It's like flip a coin, you know, multiple choice is 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5, true, false.